Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel iTech Analytics Solutions, and this video is on the complete Power BI DAX series, that is basic to advanced series. This video is the fifth video of this series, and in this video we'll be learning about the data types in DAX. So let's see what all information we'll be learning, in this data types in DAX. So first we'll understand the data types in DAX. Data types are actually defined the kind of data what we store in the column or in a variable. So we have to use correct data types to ensure that we have the efficient calculations can be done, and also we get the accurate results. And DAX has its own set of data types. I will show you the data types in Power BI practically. So what we'll do is we'll first learn about few important things of this data types in DAX. Now what we'll do is we'll see what are the various different data types we have in DAX. The first is the whole number, which actually stores integers. Integers are nothing but the numbers like 1, 50, minus 20 or something like positive or negative numbers without decimal numbers. Basically, it is used for counting or discrete data. Then we have decimal number, where we store the numbers with the decimals. So you can see that I have given some examples, 3.14 or minus 10.5 or something. Usually these decimal numbers are used for financial, scientific or continuous data. Let's continue with more data types. So we have currency. So currency stores monetary values with fixed 4 decimal places. We can also change this if you want. So I given some example here with the currency symbol as well. Date time. So this will store date time or the combination of both. And I given the example here. So we can also see practically how this data type, that is date data type, is stored. I'll show you in the Power BI window. The next we have Boolean, which actually represents true or false values. It is most commonly used in conditions or logical expressions. Next we have text. We also call it as string. It will store alphanumeric values like names or IDs or the country name, state name or something like that. I given some example here. You can see within the double quotes we have iTech Analytics Solutions, or we can also store alphanumeric, that is with the numbers what I have mentioned here. Right. Next we have binary. Binary is very rare actually we use in DAX, which actually stores the images or files, and blank, which will store the null values. Right. So what we'll do is we'll go to Power BI and we'll see all these data types, how they actually look and how actually the data is stored in the DAX, or say in Power BI window. So here we are actually in Power BI window. Let me go to this table view. You can see there are so many columns, and we'll go and check for each column what are the different data types available. Now let's say I'll go here, I'll select this row ID. You can see that I selected this row ID. You can see in this column tools, you see this data type. Here it says whole number. That means there is no decimal number here. When I click on this, you can see there are various different data types what we just discussed. So as and when I click on any of these columns, we get these data types. Say for example, now I'll go and I'll select order date. So this is date. You can see that it is date. And if you go and check here, it is enabled with date. Let me select ship mode. So it says text. So as and when you go and keep on selecting the columns, you can see that the data type is mentioned. Let me select this postal code. You can see it says whole number. Let's go to right hand side. We have some number columns here. Let me select this sales. So you can see this decimal number. Quantity, the whole number without decimals, and discount, again it is decimal number. I think somewhere we'll have the decimals, otherwise you can also change. So you can see there are some decimal numbers, and here you can see profit, again it's a decimal number. So it goes on like this with different data types what we have. So these are the default data types which have been assigned. So you can go, you can check the data types here. Right. So these are the different data types what we have in Power BI. And now we'll see data type conversion in DAX. So what is this? Just now we saw various different data types. Suppose sometimes we need to change the format of the data type what we have in the column. Say we can automatically convert, say automatic conversions. DAX converts data type where possible. So wherever you see, it will automatically converts the data type when it is importing the data. Sometimes, we can also use the functions like values, format, and date to convert from one format to another format. I'll show you both the ways practically. Let me go back to Power BI window. You can see, let me just go towards my right hand side. You can see the discount and we have the decimal numbers. Let me select here. Let's see the data type. You can see we have the whole numbers, decimal numbers, and all this. And here we can see the format. Let's say I'll convert this into percentage. Let me click on this percentage. And you can see that this becomes the percentage. You will say here you can see it gets converted to percentage. So this is changing the formats. Still it is a decimal number. Now let's go and see how we can change the entire data type itself. So here, though it's a decimal number, we change the format. Now let me select the sales column. I selected this sales column. Now what I'll do is I'll go here, select this, and I'll click on this whole number. When I click on this whole number, it is giving me a warning message saying that with this data type change, your data will be stored differently. That means it will remove all the decimal numbers and show only the whole number. This may cause the loss of data or precision. So it is just giving me a warning message. Suppose if you still want to get it back, we can refresh the data. We can get back the original data type. Let me just click on this S and you can see this is getting converted to whole number. Right. Now you can see that 77.88 got converted to 78. So likewise, all the entire column will get converted to whole number. Right. So this is called as type conversion. Now we also saw this explicit conversions. Now let's take one of the examples. So we'll be working on this when you come to these functions, but let me just practically show you how this format will actually work. Let's go and I will take one column, say new column. Either I can take the new column here or I can go to this table tools and I can take new column. Just click on this column, a new column gets created here. I want the date, the order date, what you see here, this one. I'll change the format by using format function. Just go here, date, format change. Okay, I just give the column name as date format change. I'll use the function format and we'll take this order date. Order date, let me select. So I selected this order date, comma. It'll ask for the format. So what I'll do is I'll take the format as dd hyphen mmm 4m I'll give and then I'll say YY. I also need the day, so I'll go here DDD, which will give me the day of that particular date. I'll press enter. When I press enter, you can see I will get the entire date, whatever is there in this format. So this is a text. This is not a date actually. So likewise, we can convert from one column, whichever data type it is, to another data type which is appropriate. So you should actually check and then only do this conversion. Otherwise, you will not get the proper results by doing any calculations. Right. What are the best practices for data types? Let's watch what are the best practices for data types. Always choose the appropriate data type for your column or variable. So it should be an appropriate column, the data type for each column. Say for example, now if you see, I have this discount, it has to be percentage with decimal numbers. So we have to use decimal numbers. And if you see the quantity, if you think that it is not with the decimal number, make sure that this will be a whole number. So likewise, depending on the columns, we have to make sure that we have appropriate data type. avoid unnecessary conversions, they impact performance. Just now we saw I just converted this sales, it is removing all the decimal numbers. So there might be some variation in the results what we get. So please be careful whenever you are trying to convert from one data type to another data type. Use currency for financial calculations for precision. So we saw that there is one dollar sign. So similarly, we can actually convert that into various different currency. Then we can do the calculation. So whenever you feel that there are some financial calculations, make sure that the column will have currency data type. Okay. Validate date time columns for consistency in time based analysis. So whenever you're doing this time based analysis, make sure that we'll have the date time columns proper. Right. What are the conclusion and next steps? Mastering data types is the foundation of efficient data modeling because we work more on the data in each columns. So make sure that the data types are proper. Experimenting with data types in your own Power BI projects. As mentioned in the previous video also, make sure that you actually experiment or say work on more projects so that you will become master. It will be very easy for you to understand the data types more better. Explore the next video for practical DAX functions using different data types. So in the next coming videos, we'll be working a lot of examples. We'll also be considering these data types and then we'll be working on more calculations. Right. So the next topic, the next video, what we'll be learning, the next video will understand about the DAX operators, which is again a very important topic in DAX. Right. So suppose if anybody is actually interested to have a better career in data analytics, please do contact us with the number given on screen and you can mail us and also you can visit our website wherein you have lot many courses. You get free courses or paid courses with a very affordable cost. You can go and you can check. If you are interested, you can purchase or you can just also go through all our free courses, webinars, workshops which are loaded. So you can go through that. Next, suppose if you think that you still not followed us, so anybody is new with this, who's watching this video, and if anybody is very much new for our community, so please do follow us. We are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. All the links have been mentioned in the description. So please visit our social media portals and please do follow us. And this is for this entire video. If you think this video was useful, please give a like. And if you think if more other people also need to watch this video and learn something new on the DAX functions, please do share. And if you think you have any suggestions to give, you can comment in the comment box. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video and thank you so much for watching this video.